In this video, I'll show you how to make a Hyper-V virtual machine wizard with PowerShell Universal. So I have PowerShell Universal 1.5.14 installed right now, and I'm going to log in. Once I'm inside PowerShell Universal, I can click Dashboard, Dashboards, and then create a new dashboard. I'm going to call this Hyper-V. I'm going to set Auto Deploy to on and Auto Start to on. Next, I want to install the Hyper-V module for PowerShell Universal Dashboard. I can click Components, Marketplace, and then from here, right now it's the most recent module, so it appears at the top, and I'm just going to click Install. So this particular module has a wizard for creating virtual machines using local or remote Hyper-V hosts. My local machine is actually a Hyper-V host, so we're just going to set it up to communicate with that. So now that I've added the module, you'll see that it's available inside this components table. Since we've installed the module, we can now add it to our dashboard. If I click the Info button on my dashboard and then click Components, you can see that I have the Hyper-V module available here. I can click that and then click Add, and now it's going to add this particular component library to my dashboard. Now that it's been added, what I can do is I can actually add a call to create the wizard. So I have a folder with ISOs in it for operating systems, and then you can use the new udhv VM wizard commandlet to actually create the Hyper-V wizard. Now if I save that, it's going to deploy my dashboard, and if I click View, it's going to take me over to my dashboard, and you can see that we have a full wizard for creating Hyper-V virtual machines inside Universal Dashboard. For example, I can type in the name of my dashboard, I can select the generation for my dashboard, I can specify the memory for my dashboard and whether or not I want to use dynamic memory. I can then select the network I'd like to use. I'll use a default switch. I can select the hard disk. And then finally, I can select the ISO. So this is actually coming out of that configured folder that I selected. Now when I click Finish, it's actually going to go and issue the proper Hyper-V commands. And you can see it successfully created this VM. And if I go over to my Hyper-V manager, you can see that I am now running VM3 here. And all those settings that I provided inside of PowerShell Universal Dashboard were actually communicated via the Hyper-V commandlets to this particular Hyper-V host. My memory is set to 1 gigabyte. I've associated the ISO correctly. I've set my default switch, and so on and so forth. So this particular module is open source and on GitHub. Feel free to extend it as you see fit, or use it as an example for building your own wizards.